I've just had my first job interview in over 18 years, and I'm not sure what to make of it. A bit of a backstory. I'm a business owner from Edinburgh. I'm a hairdresser and I have my own shops. I'm in Australia, I'm in Melbourne, and I am on a working holiday visa, mainly here to have time off, but I thought while I'm here it might be an opportunity just to make some extra money and work as a hairdresser here. So I got in contact with a local barber who's got a shop, who's going to open up a shop. A 5-minute walk from where I'm staying at the moment, so I thought it'd be perfect. And it was such a weird experience. I was sitting on the other side of the chair, and it ended up turning into almost like me interviewing him. I think that was just an experience thing, but it was a really nerve-wracking experience to go through. I think one of the first things was I actually was really nervous. I put in quite a lot of work, a bit of research into the business, research into what essentially what the market is like, what the haircuts are like, what people are doing at the moment around here. It's what I would have done maybe 6 years ago, but I feel that because I'm not massively invested in what it's going to be, I'm not overly fussed. But upon meeting the guy, I realised quite quickly that I think I'm actually quite a good candidate for the job. You know, I'm an extremely experienced hairdresser, and the more we spoke about the more we had our conversation, the interview and everything that was going on, I actually realised that I could probably help him quite a lot. I could help him in the sense of I could give him some advice. It's the first time he's opened up a second location, so I've already done that, and I have a lot of experience in terms of creating systems, having staff over multiple locations, the problems that ensues, also like the good stuff that comes from that also. So I think that all in all, I feel really good about it. But it was a very interesting process to go through. So if you're a business owner out there and you haven't had an interview anytime recently, it's almost made me feel way more empathetic to the people that I will be interviewing again in the future, because I have maybe taken it for granted for how nerve-wracking it would be, or the fact that people wouldn't get the opportunity. No, I would put myself as just imagining them to feel relaxed around me, because I feel like I'm quite a relaxed sort of person. But you are going to sell yourself, and you have to make the best impression possible. And yeah, what I also found was very important is asking the right questions in an interview, because essentially I just spoke about myself, but he didn't ask me like any really particular questions about myself, like me or my life or my hobbies or my you know, almost like open-ended questions that you could ask someone to try and get a bit more of who their character are, what their character is. That's something that I would also have done previously when I interviewed people. I would definitely have just gone off a vibe, whereas now when I go through the interview process, there's almost like a profile of a person which I would like to have. I would like the person to have outside interests. I would like the person to have an active interest in learning. I would like the person to have shown an interest, like an active interest in the job. I would like to know what their problem solving skills are like. But and a lot of these have come from training that I have had in terms of actually interviewing people. So that was a very interesting process to go through as well, because I actually ended up telling him these sort of things about myself without him actually asking me. So yeah, but all in all, I am going for a trial. So essentially, again, like, I'm already feeling quite nervous about the fact that I'm going to be going along to cut hair for someone to then look at and almost kind of like critique, to then get a job. Although he seems like he's very interested in having me working for him, I'm already like, wow, I'm gonna have to really bring up my A game. I'm really gonna have to think about making sure like I'm very prepared for it, getting models put together. I don't really know many people here, so I'm gonna have to go out and try and find people, and it's a very interesting process to go through. But I would definitely say that it's it's made me feel way more empathetic to anybody who I would ever be employing or interviewing again in the future. So yeah, if you're a business owner out there, I'd be very interested to find out like your thoughts on what it's like to, what your interview process is like, what you do throughout the interview. Have you been for an interview recently? And if you have, what was it for, and how did it work? So yeah, I'll keep you posted.